Sure. Happy?
Go for the handful.
Once retired, Marcus decided, I will never again work for another man or woman. I abandoned my corporate phone plan, and I'll get a new plan with Consumer Cellular for up to half the cost.
Let's go, birds.
When freedom calls, we're here to answer.
Tomorrow on ET, we're opening the vault to celebrate 50 years of hip-hop.
Watch ET because it's ready to rock.
Your favorite artists then and now.
I was 9 years old when I began rapping.
Really?
Ooh, be sure to check that one out. Now, we've got one more thing to show you before we say goodnight. Night, everybody.
I came from, writing rhymes on an ironing board in my grandmother's basement to this. It means a lot to me, you know what I'm saying?
Happening now.
A $3.7 billion budget laid out for the city of San Antonio today as a proposal. Part of that includes adding the most police officers this side of the millennium. We tell you what they'd be for.
The town of Lahaina destroyed by wildfires. We spoke to Hawaiians here in San Antonio who are still waiting to hear if their loved ones are okay.
The new drought monitor is in. We'll take a look at the changes and compare it to several weeks ago in just a bit. The News at 5 starts right now.
At First at 5, a record number of police officers could be added to the San Antonio Police Department next year. City staff proposing a $3.7 billion budget this morning that would include 105 new police officer positions.
City Hall reporter Garrett Berger combing through that new proposed budget for us. He's live at Public Safety Headquarters. So, Garrett, how big of an increase in the police force is this?
Well, it does appear to be a record-breaking one. I checked all of the online city budgets going back to the fiscal year ending in 2000. Now, there have been some jumps of over 70 officers from year to year, and even one where there was 100. But it does appear this would be the biggest, at least this side of the millennium. Now, it's part of a plan to add 360 patrol officers over 5 years in order to give officers a better split between responding to calls and working on more proactive policing. So the vast majority of this year's bump, 100 out of the 105 positions, would be for patrol. The need for more police is a frequent refrain from some of the city council members, and they say from their residents.
No matter how much we tell them, hey, look, the majority of these crimes happen to people, as Chief McManus likes to say, to people who are engaged in risky behavior. San Antonians aren't absorbing that message. They don't feel safe in their own neighborhoods.
Others like District 2 Councilman Jalen McKee Rodriguez, who represents the East Sides, he has doubts about the ramp-up of patrol officers and raises his eyebrow at other planned police expenses like the $1.1 million for a larger outdoor physical training area at the police academy.
I just want to be for real that patrols are not stopping the shootings, they aren't stopping the murders, they aren't reducing instances of domestic violence or sexual assault, they aren't reducing the number of weapons on the streets, patrols aren't reducing crime, and a cute little outdoor fitness center does none of the above.
Now, police wouldn't be the only ones adding officers under this budget proposal. Coming up at 6 o'clock, I'll tell you about the huge jump that Animal Care Services is looking at under the budget proposal. Live at Public Safety Headquarters, I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Garrett. We'll see you at 6. The newest images coming out of the Hawaiian island of Maui are just heartbreaking. At least 36 people were killed in the flames and smoke of an out-of-control wildfire, and an entire historical town is now ash. And even as the devastation continues, the White House approving a national disaster declaration today. The town of Lahaina in Maui losing more than 300 buildings in just one night. The town had a population of more than 12,000 people, and with only one road leading in and out of it, evacuation efforts proved difficult. Boats and ferries along the seafront destroyed as well, leaving some unable to find a way to escape. People trapped on the island are now sleeping at the airport, with some being told it might be days before they can return home. Airlines are offering $19 flights off the island.
And right here in San Antonio, Hawaiian transplants watching in horror from afar. The paradise they knew so well has become a place that people are trying to escape. Our Camelia Juarez spoke with people working at a Hawaiian restaurant who say they are still waiting to hear if their loved ones are okay.
It's a huge loss for Hawaii.
Hawaiians in San Antonio say it's painful watching parts of Maui turn to ashes.
I just wanted to jump through the phone and, try to help.
The owner of Big Aloha Alihi Cove, Samson Young, says it's hard watching people desperate to escape.
Because of the flames that are popping up all over, they had to literally jump in the ocean to get away.
Samson and Tierra Cherie have friends and family in Maui, but say it's been challenging to know if they're okay because the power lines are down. They spend most of their time refreshing their social media feeds, hoping for a status on their loved ones.
They're posting it up saying who is at which location, and so that's how you can find them.
A lot of the damage is in historic Lahaina. The city was once the capital of Hawaii when it was ruled by a single king.
That's always been there. It's something that you can't imagine being gone, but it's always been a part of our life.
All Samson can do now is wait for good news and hope for the best.
I'm sure they'll rebuild. But right now, what's important is to find our loved ones, find the ones that are missing, and pray for the ones who have lost a loved one.
If you're looking for ways to show your support, we have a link on our website to their Facebook page. They're going to be posting some ways to help out in the next couple of days. Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
New at 5, the trial for a man accused of murdering an innocent bystander almost 2 years ago, continuing today with graphic testimony of the bloodshed. Giovanni Benjamin was only 20 when he was arrested with an AR-15 style assault rifle and a bulletproof vest. He's charged with shooting 49-year-old Frederick Buehler at an southeast side apartment complex in September of 2020. Police say that Buehler had looked around the building when he heard some people arguing, but ended up getting shot. The medical examiner was on the stand today telling the jury how devastating the 5 gunshot wounds were.
Those fragments or pieces of projectile are injuring the ribs, they're injuring the liver, the diaphragm on that side, they're injuring the lungs, they're proceeding even further into the body medially, and they injure the esophagus, the aorta, and the heart.
Buehler died on the scene from those injuries. Benjamin arrested after being found in an apartment building. He had with him that rifle and a bulletproof vest. Testimony in the trial continues into tomorrow. If he is found guilty, he faces up to life in prison. Take a look at this mad dash down the store aisle. This is at McCreeless HEB Plus store this morning. 8th grade science teacher Jason Garcia trying to put the whole aisle in his shopping cart. Garcia, one of 13 teachers from across the San Antonio area, taking advantage of a school supplies shopping spree that was put on by HEB. This same scene taking place at 12 other HEB stores today. The Texas grocer donating everything the teachers got in their shopping carts to the students. Garcia says it was an amazing event that impacts teachers in a positive way.
A lot of times we use our own money all the time, a few $100s a year at least. You don't think about it, but that adds up. So if there's any chance to get free supplies, it is so greatly appreciated.
And Garcia cleaned up at the aisles. He was able to grab a little more than $5,500 worth of school supplies for his students at La Suya Middle School.
Way to go. All right, we want to remind you, happening tonight at 7 o'clock, we're hosting a town hall called Nurturing Minds as we go back to school. KSAT's Myra Arthur will be joined by a panel of experts and answer questions and address concerns that parents, teachers, and students have about the new school year. The live stream on KSAT Plus and on KSAT's YouTube channel. Again, it begins at 7 o'clock tonight. A major boost today to strengthen efforts here in the Military City, USA to help homeless veterans in our community. The American GI National Veterans Outreach Program awarded a $1.5 million federal grant. The money from the Vets Homeless Veterans Reintegration Program. It provides funding for employment services for homeless veterans and those at risk of homelessness. The mission of the program to give homeless veterans the tools they need to overcome barriers so they can re-enter the workforce and find employment.
We work closely with our Department of Veteran Affairs colleagues so that way they get to mental health, physical health, get them housed, and then we work to get them employed. So this grant can be utilized in a myriad of ways. Get them tools that they may need for a job, get them new training certifications that they may need, to get them resumes to apply for those jobs. But then also, one of the things we like to talk about is the reskilling. If they need new skills, right, to find the type of job that's going to be sustainable for them, this grant is designed to do exactly that.
The grant money will be distributed over the next 3 years. It will fund efforts not only here in San Antonio, but also in Austin and Dallas.
Making health headlines this Thursday, the words you don't want to hear. There's a new coronavirus variant, and the CDC says it is the reason for the increase in new COVID-19 cases in the U.S. It is called EG5. Health experts say it's a derivative of the Omicron variant, and it represents about 17% of new COVID-19 cases in the U.S. EG5 has been detected in 51 countries, doubling in presence in the last month. China has the largest number of cases right now. Health experts believe that this uptick may also be due as well to the record heat that drives us all indoors, along with all that summer travel activity. They are reminding people an updated COVID booster is expected in the fall.
Also making headlines, the U.S. still in the midst of a massive medication shortage, and it's having serious effects on patient care. A new survey out from the University of Utah Drug Information Service says there were 309 active medication shortages in the second quarter of the year. That's the most in nearly a decade. About 1/3 of healthcare system pharmacists say they have been forced to ration, delay, or cancel treatments or procedures. The American Society of Health System Pharmacists recommending policy solutions to address the issue. Those include penalties for pharmaceutical manufacturers who do not have risk strategies in place and diversifying the manufacturing supply chain.
We're going to take a look outside with your traffic authority. And yeah, the traffic's moving along just fine, but I want to call your attention to what's on the side of the road. It looks like, well, it looks like the sun just burned up the grass, doesn't it, Adam?
And I mean, it pretty much has. It's dried it out and everything is very crunchy out there as a result. Now, today marks the 7th consecutive day of a record high, of either tying or exceeding a record high temperature. So straight week now. 105 so far, the high temperature today. There's a chance, and I think a pretty good chance, it'll be updated to 106 by 6 o'clock when we get the official climate summary for the day. That's 45 100-degree days so far this year. By this time last year, we had 57, but this time last year, we started to see a shift in our weather pattern, some rainy days as well. That is not in the outlook for us going through the rest of August now. 106 Eagle Pass, 106 in Schertz. Look at Santa Maria, 105. Floresville, Michael's backyard, 108. Mico, 107 in Bulverde, 103. We're all feeling the heat. Temperatures gradually falling off this evening. By 8 o'clock, just barely under 100. 10 o'clock, 91. Breezy as well. Some gusts around 30 miles per hour out of the southeast. The new drought monitor is in. We'll look at it and see what's changed over the weeks in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. Still ahead on the KSAT News at 5. As kids head back to class, families trying to save money while they shop for clothes. We'll tell you how to make the grade when it comes to thrifty back-to-school shopping. I want to give you a look at what we're working on for the news at 6. A report on parents taking a stand for their children's safety in the digital age. Join us as we break down the efforts to pass a Kids Online Safety Act. A new state law about to crack down on vaping in schools. We're going to explain what the new law is all about and why it will lead to tougher discipline for students caught with a vaping pen or e-cigarettes. All that and more today on the news at 6.
As our kids head back to school, parents doing the math and adding up the costs. It's a lot. And one way to save big on clothing is something that's very popular right now, thrifting.
So 12 on your side's Marilyn Moore's got some help with an assignment. See what you can find for $25.
From here, it's thrifted.
Jylin is a thriftanista, curating her first-class look on a second-hand budget.
I mean, you can find really cool pieces.
She's shopping Goodwill. So is Gloria Villanueva, and she's shopping for 4 kids.
And what grade are you going to be in?
Kinder.
You can find things for $1, $2. Instead of going to the store, they will be $10 for just a shirt.
The retail industry estimates the average family will spend $357 just on clothing for back to school. So challenge time. We wondered what you could get for back to school clothing for just $25.
Yes, I like that one.
We enlisted 7th grader Emma Peterson. So, you feeling confident about that? What do you think you'll be able to find?
I think I'll be able to find lots of shirts.
And she's off. For many families, inflation is squeezing the back-to-school budget. So Friday through Sunday is a good time to save. Texans pay no sales tax on most clothing, and Goodwill is cutting clothing prices in half. So, of course, I had to do a little shopping. I picked up T-shirts, shorts, jeans, blouses, all of this $20. And when it's half price, just 10. Rummaging the racks can be overwhelming. So what's the key?
I think the key to finding things at a Goodwill is to come with an open mind and then to take your time as well.
Time to check on Emma.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts.
Plus a Sherpa pullover, all within budget. A little lesson in savings before school even starts. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Get ready. Now's the time to get your tickets to this year's 2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic. One of the high school football's biggest events, even bigger than last year because we have added an extra night of football. The two-day event starts with one game on Friday, August 25th, then 3 games on Saturday, August 26th. Tickets are now on sale. And if you are a KSAT insider, you can get the VIP experience with the best seats in the house. Just scan this QR code on the screen for more information or head over to KSAT.com.
And I want to point out, we've got the Canyon ready to go.
Yeah, and when it's 106, I also want to point out again, it's in the Alamo Dome.
Yeah.
Yes,
weather will not be a concern.
The weather forecast.
These games are going to happen, and let's hope the AC works.
That's right. I've got hundreds and hundreds of shirts to launch out of the Canyon. There's always a little leftover confetti in there, too, from Fiesta that happens to puff up the first few times. All right, let's go to our high temperature trend. I mentioned earlier today, so far 105. I think it'll be updated to 106, but we'll let you know at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow, 106, 105 through the weekend. It's more of the same, maybe dropping to 104 by next Tuesday. But 6 of the next 7 days, we anticipate to tie or exceed the record high temperature. We continue to dry out, sunny and dry. We're falling deeper and deeper into drought. Just about 70% of Texas is considered in drought at this moment. And the worst part is still right here in our backyard. Fredericksburg, Kerrville, Bandera, Comfort, Bernie, Fair Oaks Ranch. Creeping into northwest Bexar County is that exceptional category, which is the worst drought category according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. Now let's slowly compare this to 7 weeks ago. And notice how much of a better situation we were in. Perfect? No. Fantastic? But a better situation. Then we go back to what we have today, and you just see those darker colors continue to spread on the drought monitor. That's what we don't want. We also want to get rid of the upper level heat high, the big blue H, if we can. Unfortunately, it's just not in the works right now. It's basically planted right overhead, and it's split a little bit, part of it over Florida, but we've got the main part of it, and that's going to continue to influence our weather. So despite being, some showers far north of us in Texas, the general trend here for rainfall potential is for it to be all around us and not moving over us. That's going to continue to lead to our fire danger and the ingredients for fires: dry grass, dry vegetation. We have that. Lower afternoon humidity. We have that as well. And breezy south winds we especially get around sunset. So here's the fire danger map for the state. We actually have a few areas in the extreme category, according to Texas A&M Forest Service, and that's the worst category for the fire danger and the risk. Just means that the ground and the conditions are ripe to quickly spread a fire should it ignite. And that's just to the north of us, especially along the Colorado River. But even the very high category throughout parts of the hill country and otherwise, we are in the high category. 104 right now. That's the latest reading from the airport. Dew point is 65, so it feels like it's 4 degrees warmer than the air temperature. Across the state, mostly triple digits, the usual exceptions. Beautiful Alpine at 98 and upper 90s right along the Gulf Coast where we have that higher moisture content, so they typically don't get quite as hot. Divine 106, Comfort 104. By tomorrow morning, we'll start the day at 80 degrees again, 93 at noon, 106 the high temperature. That would tie the record for the day and will be a few degrees warmer closer to the Rio Grande. Too many suns on that 7-day forecast, but I see about 2 more weeks of this weather pattern continuing.
Ooh, thanks, Adam.
All right, let's go to Massachusetts right now. Check in with Larry Ramirez at the Basketball Hall of Fame. Larry.
Yeah, hey guys. So I have David Robinson right behind me, class of 2009, a 2-time NBA champion. Larry Bird is right here to my right. We're inside the lobby. What a cool place this is. So we are here, of course, for Tony, for Becky, and for Coach Pop. Tony's really happy to go in particular because Becky's going into the same class, and the Houston Texans are all about their preseason opener tonight. Mary Rominger will have that when we come back. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome live to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame here in Springfield, Massachusetts, where the class of 2023 will be enshrined on Saturday. And man, what a class it is. Some of those going in are Dirk Nowitzki, Pau Gasol, D. Wade, and San Antonio greats Tony Parker, Becky Hammond, and head coach Greg Popovich. Now, we were here last year for Manu's enshrinement, and that was a lot of fun. He is a Spurs all-time fave for sure. Tony, Pop, and Becky are 3 of the best ever and will rightfully take their place here in Springfield, Mass., where the game of basketball was invented.
It's pretty cool, you know, to write a speech like that because I'm very nostalgic and it brings up a lot of great memories, and to share that, you know, with Coach Pop and Becky Hammond. We're pretty good friends with Becky. She's like my big sister. It's pretty amazing that we're going into the Hall of Fame all 3 together. So I'm really looking forward for that experience, and I think I'm really going to realize it when I'm in it. You know, when you finally going up the stairs and you have to talk. You know, I think that's when I'm really going to realize, wow, I'm a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, wow, indeed, right. Coming up at 6, Coach Pop says he is not a Hall of Fame guy. All right, let's send it back to San Antonio, where Mary is talking about the Houston Texans.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
We're in for a treat these next few days with Larry and photog Mark Mendez's coverage out in Springfield. And just a couple of hours down the road in Foxborough, Massachusetts, the Houston Texans are about 30 minutes from kickoff against the New England Patriots for preseason live action football. We don't know for how long, but we will see rookie C.J. Stroud start under center for the Texans. Stroud has impressed throughout camp, and we will soon see how his skills will translate on the big stage. Rookie Juice Struggs will start at center. He recently replaced Scott Questenberry after sustaining a season-ending injury during camp. The third rookie getting the start is the young and explosive pass rusher Will Anderson Jr. High expectations for the Alabama star, and so far throughout camp, he's lived up to them. The action getting underway at 6 p.m. We'll bring you the highlights on the Night Beat. We'll be right back.
You know, I just checked Springfield, Massachusetts, where our Larry Ramirez is. 72 degrees and light rain. Come on, man.
You're killing us, Larry.
Get a sweater.
Thanks
72. We're not even gonna. It's not even gonna be our low.
No, not even close.
See, it's
Larry.